Well, let me say this. I think, the city of Jackson is the owner of that property, and we will be the owner in the foreseeable future. One, the legislation, which is part and parcel. I think people need to take their blinders off and see what is taking place on a consistent basis. There is a barrage of attacks on the city of Jackson. Not only do we not get the resources we need from the state, but continuously we're fighting to protect our airport. We're fighting to protect our water system. We're fighting to protect now Smith-Will Stadium. We're fighting to protect our school district, right? All of these things. We're fighting to protect HBCUs, right? Every legislative session. And so we have to call that what it is. It's paternalistic and it is racist, right? And so we need to make certain that we are clear on that. Now, with respect to that legislation, that legislation only gives the vehicle for a legal proceeding to be done if they find that there's violation in terms of the terms in which, and we feel that there isn't sufficient violation of those terms. Lastly, we feel that we have an extremely strong case towards that. And there's some other things that I won't expose, because if we find ourselves in litigation, we want to come armed with information and be prepared for that. But we don't see that happening in the foreseeable future. Many of these businesses that are alleged to be in violation are state-sanctioned businesses, meaning the state gave licensing to them in one capacity or another. And so that's important. Nor do we anticipate the need for any contracts to end. Now, if a manager seeks for their own purposes that they want to leave, I have not had that conversation, then that's another matter. But based on this legislation, which, to be clear, did not have Smith-Will Stadium by name in it. It was put on the back page of an appropriations bill where it gave the legal description of Smith-Will Stadium. If you're on the up and up, if you have legitimacy in order to make an attempt like this, then you don't find ways to hide the name within the document. I guarantee you there were people who voted for that appropriation bill and had no idea what property they were speaking of because they did not put Smith-Will Stadium by name. Yes, sir.